This is Orange Juice, a 1970s Chevrolet Chevelle picked up off Craigslist in Echo Park for $3,500. White paint, a tired small block, and a pile of stories waiting to be told. Robert Ortega didn't see a project car. He saw the next chapter of his life. And 10 years later, this Chevelle is the car you're looking at right now. Built in his backyard, driven everywhere. The first true hot rod he ever called his own. OJ, short for Orange Juice, the juice, the Chevelle that runs in his blood. 3 Chevelles live under his roof, but this one is the heart of it all. The other 2 ride on LS power, but Orange Juice came first. The car he chased, the car he fought to keep on the road, the car he proposed in. The reason his Instagram handle reads LS3_Velle. This is more than a build. This is a love letter on 4 wheels.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Turn the music up, turn me down. Google. Let's go get him again. This time is for the money, my nigga. Brooklyn, stand up. Never been a nigga this good for this long, this hood, or this.
The original paint stayed. 10 years on California streets, and Robert refused to spray it again. The patina is the personality. Every chip, every fade, every scuff is a memory. Many tubs were stitched into the rear, but the body never lost its 1970 face. No fresh shine, no glossy coat, just sun, salt, and a small block worth of lessons baked into every panel. Orange Juice doesn't pretend to be new, she pretends to be alive. Inside, you'll find no headliner. You'll find no museum. You'll find a Chevelle that has been sat in, daily driven, beaten on, and loved harder than most cars get to know. Robert kept the cabin honest, worn cloth, aged plastics, original switches, a racing wheel. The kind of cockpit that lets you forget you're driving an icon until you stomp the throttle. Then it reminds you, loud and fast and very, very alive. Under the hood, the small block is gone. In its place, a 6.2-liter LS3 aluminum block. Modern fueling, modern spark. The hashtag tells the story. LS3 Velle, a General Motors crate motor wedged into a frame designed for muscle car iron. The result is power on tap, cold start grunt, cruise night manners. And when Robert wants more, the throttle never says no. This is a 1970 Chevelle that runs like it left the factory yesterday. The exhaust is Black Widow. The wheels are CCW. The suspension is a complete kit from classic performance products. The brakes are CPP2. Behind the firewall, fresh metal replaces the patches that no longer made sense. Floorboards rebuilt, trans-tunnel reshaped. The chassis underneath this Chevelle has more new metal than most show cars. Robert just hides it under a 40-year-old skin. That's the trick. New bones, old soul, built to be hammered. Robert is candid about the cost. Over $40,000 across 10 years. Brakes, suspension, drivetrain, wheels, bodywork, paint correction he refused to do, interior pieces, tools, welding gas, late nights in the garage when the rest of the neighborhood was asleep. He says it himself, the build never really ends. There's always one more thing, one more upgrade, one more small block of weekend hours that turn into a year.
I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks.
Greaser Thoughts Garage. That's the home base. A two-car shop tucked behind a Southern California house, packed wall-to-wall with parts, pieces, projects, and a Chevelle that sleeps in the corner. Robert posts the work. The grinder sparks, the lift in the air, the trans on a stand, the rear end half-assembled. He's not selling a fantasy, he's showing the work. And the work is the reason the car looks the way it looks. Speedtech Performance came aboard for hardware, UMI Performance for chassis, CFR Performance for cooling, Bill Speed for the small jobs that nobody else wants to do, Ben Kahan behind the camera. Every name in the caption is a piece of the build. Orange Juice is not a one-man car. She is a community car. Built in a backyard but lifted by a network of friends, sponsors, and shops who wanted to see this Chevelle leave the driveway and never look back.
Show you and your first car, then you and your car now.
cruise Tola. That's the local scene. Sunday Funday, Chevelle Sundays, Holly LS Fest. The juice has rolled into all of them. Burnouts in the parking lot, donut runs at 3 in the morning, National Donut Day with the rear tires turned to smoke. This Chevelle was never built to be parked behind glass. She was built to show up, make noise, lay rubber, and drive home. Every event is a stage. Every drive is content. The throttle response is the moment everything makes sense. The LS3 picks up clean, the Black Widow exhaust opens, the CCW wheels light up, and the Chevelle goes from quiet cruiser to full attack in 1 foot stab. That's the build philosophy in 1 second. Usable power, predictable manners, and a soundtrack that turns heads 2 blocks away. Robert doesn't tune for dynographs, he tunes for the feeling, and the feeling is sharp. Mini tubs change everything. The factory wells couldn't take the wheel and tire combo Robert wanted, so the body got cut. New panels weld in, wider footprint, bigger contact patch, more grip when the back end gets light. From the outside, the rear wheels just look right. Wide, aggressive, tucked under the body lines like the factory should have done it first time. Look closer and you'll see the careful sheet metal work that made it possible.
I gotta outdo myself. That's my drive, like, be better than myself. I'm not trying to be better than everybody else, but be better than myself. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm doing good right now, so like, if I can do better what I'm doing right now, I can be great. Cause like, if it all stop right now, I know how to survive and I know I'm gonna be good. Yeah.
The Firewall got the same surgery. The original holes for a small block did line up with the LS3. The brake booster needed clearance. The wiring needed a clean run. So Robert and his crew reshaped the metal, smoothed the seams, and gave the engine bay a layout that looks like it grew there. From the driver's seat, you don't see any of it. From the front of the car with the hood up, you see why this Chevelle works. The Patina is not lazy. The Patina is a choice. Robert could have stripped this car down, blasted the panels, and laid 5 coats of glass, smooth orange paint. He didn't. He earned every inch of that finish. Daily driving in California sun, Texas humidity at LS Fest, rain on the way home from a meet, salt from a winter run. The original 1970 paint tells a story that no fresh paint job ever could. So she stays Patina forever. CCW Classic, 5-spoke, wide, black with polished lips. They are the kind of wheel that fills the arch without dressing the car up. They look like they belong on a track car from the late 90s, dropped onto a 1970 body. The fitment is the whole point. No rub, no tuck. Just a wide rear stance that says this Chevelle is built to put power down. The CCWs are doing exactly the job they were chosen for. Robert proposed in this car. That detail keeps coming up because it matters. Orange Juice was already family before she was finished. She has driven Robert through the biggest moments of his adult life. First date nights, engagement night, holiday cruises, long road trips when the gas tank was the only thing slowing them down. This is not a project. This is a family member with 4 wheels and a 6.2-liter heart. The build has been torn down 4 times. That's not a brag, that's reality. Every time the Chevelle gets parked for an upgrade, she comes back better than she left. New brakes, new suspension geometry, new wheels, new tune. Robert says he's still waiting on parts to do it again. The 4th rebuild, the 5th phase, the hood rat era. Whatever he calls it next, the Chevelle never stays still for long. The garage door opens. The Chevelle changes. The Chevelle drives. Ben Kahan caught most of the action on camera. The slow rolls, the straight line pulls, the pad cleaning burnouts, the cruise night entrances. Ben's footage is what put OJ on the radar of car people who never meet her in person. The shots are tight, the audio is loud, the colors pop against the orange paint. Ben is part of why this Chevelle has a following. Robert built it, Ben showed it, the internet did the rest. Hot Rod magazine put OJ in the feature pages in early 2018. Jesse Kiser wrote it. Jesse Kiser shot it. The story was simple. Backyard built. Made to be driven hard. The pictures didn't try to clean her up. They captured exactly what she is. A 1970 Chevelle that still has 1970 paint with a 2010s drivetrain and a builder who isn't afraid of a small scratch on the way to a good time. The story landed. The Chevelle kept driving. Backyard built means something specific. It means the welder that lives in the garage. It means the floor jack that has seen 1,000 pulls. It means the friend who shows up on a Saturday because the trans needs to come out before Sunday. It means the wife who knows what a tail housing looks like. Backyard built is not a phrase you can buy. It's a phrase you earn by working through every problem yourself, in your own driveway, in your own time. The orange is the color of the build. The juice is the personality. The Chevelle is the canvas. Together they make a brand. OJ, the juice, orange juice. Whatever you call her, you know her when you see her. There's only one. There won't be a second. Robert's other Chevelles, even on LS Power, all answer to OJ. She is the original, the standard, the reason the rest of the collection exists in the first place. The community around OJ is loud. Comments, reposts, DMs from kids who saw the car to meet, builders who want to know what control arms Robert ran, body guys who want to know how he kept the patina, engine guys who want the tune file. Robert answers when he can. The car is a teaching tool now. Every post is a tutorial in disguise. Every photo is an invitation to do your own version, in your own garage, with your own car. OJ has been a daily driver, not a trailer queen, not a museum piece, a car that goes to the grocery store, picks up dinner, drops the dog at the vet, makes the airport run. Robert has logged real miles on a 1970 Chevelle with a 6.2-liter LS3 in patina paint, and he's done it without flinching. That's the whole point, a muscle car that you actually use. A muscle car that earns the title every single time the key turns. Phase 4 is coming. Phase 5 is in the planning. Robert has talked about new sheet metal, new wheels, new tunes, a more aggressive suspension setup. He's also talked about leaving her exactly the way she is. Both options are still on the table. The Chevelle gets a vote too. Right now, she's earning miles in her current setup. When the next round of parts lands, the garage door will close again. And then it will open. And OJ will roll out. New again, same as ever. This is orange juice, built by Robert Ortega in a garage that doesn't make excuses, powered by an LS3 that doesn't run out of breath, wrapped in 1970 paint that doesn't pretend to be anything else. She is not the cleanest 1970s Chevelle on the planet. She is not the most expensive. She is the one that gets driven, the one that gets thrashed, the one that comes back. That's the story. That's the build. That's the juice.